I want to talk to you now about the 7 mistakes that negotiators tend to make. I've done a lot of research into this over the 20 years I've been negotiating, writing my books, recording my audio CDs, and the 7 mistakes that generally people make when they're negotiating are as follows. Number 1, they tend to trust people to be fair. Well, people aren't fair always. They're looking for the best deal for themselves. They're not always looking for a win-win deal. So you need to have in your mind, are they really at their bottom line? Are they really at their cheapest price? Are they giving you the best deal possible in the circumstances, in market circumstances? Because a number of years ago, things were booming and people were paying high prices. Now we're in a recession, difficult times, people are paying less. So what you're worth may not be worth quite so much, but don't trust the person to always be fair. Be just that little bit skeptical, test them, drive them down, but make sure it's a win-win deal in the end. Point 2 is people are unable to read people or read situations. So in fact, what they're saying may not be what they mean. So look at where they're coming from, watch the body language, watch exactly what they're saying, make sure that they're being as truthful as you can tell. It's 5 times more difficult to lie with the body language than it is with the actual words that you're using. So read the people, read the circumstances, take someone with you to a meeting if it's an important negotiation so that they can read the body language. Then you can take a break, take a time out, talk to them outside the room and see what their view of the situation is, because we have different perceptions. There's 7 billion people in the world and everyone's got a different perception, a different thumbprint, a bit different eye print, and they see things in different ways. Mistake number 3 that people make is that they give concessions away without trading. Can you give me a 5% discount? Oh yeah, that'll be okay. So what should you do in a situation like that? Can you give me a 5% discount? I'd love to give you a 5% discount if you could pay me straight away. So if you could make the payment into my bank account tomorrow, I'd be happy to give you a 5% discount. What does that do? It gives you 3 things. It gives you immediate cash, it gives you a good relationship with the person, and it means they know that you're not a pushover, you're actually asking for something back. Mistake number 4 is people tend to get a bit nervous about asking. They get nervous that somebody might say no. We don't like rejection, but you just have to ask, because if you don't ask, you don't get. And if you don't ask, you don't give the other person the opportunity of saying yes to you, and they may just be happy to do that. Mistake number 5 that people make is they've got a preoccupation with themselves. So they're thinking about me all the time and not looking at another person, reading them, understanding where they're coming from, putting themselves in the other person's shoes and building that rapport and that empathy so you can actually connect with them to see where they're coming from. If you can get the other person to get what they want, then you can get what you want. Mistake number 6, not understanding the haggling process. We have to do a bit of haggling. When you go to a street market, haggle a bit. When you go into a shop which has got a big margin, furniture store or something that's reasonably expensive, ask for a bit off, keep asking. And if you go to Spain or Portugal or to Morocco where people haggle, practice it, have fun, make it fun, don't feel embarrassed about it. Haggle and just make sure you know what you're doing. And tip number 7, the last tip, is they can't find any time to prepare. Whatever you're negotiating, just stop, think, get a little notepad out and make some notes. Have a look round before you walk into a shop or before you go to a business meeting the night before. Mind map the issues so that you've just got in your own mind that preparation. So they're the top 7 mistakes that I've found from my 20 years of research that people make. Go out and think about those mistakes and watch your profits grow, your costs come down and your relationships improve.